guys, this is RyGuyGaming here today, back with part 2 of the history of Epic Quest, and today we will be looking at the remaining versions of Epic Quest, both Epic Quest Text Quest, which is the two text versions I have that I talked about last time. We will be looking at the Roblox version and the Unity version, which is a 3D version, which is in like very early pre-alpha, early access, not even done, close to being done yet. Don't get too excited about it, but I'll still show it to you. But anyways, so this was the first text version I made. This is in batch. You can actually, the reason I coded it in batch was, first of all, because batch is super easy to make text games with, and second of all, because you can just post this like anywhere, like just these, and someone can just paste it in a notepad and play it themselves. So it's really easy to distribute, and it's a lot of, like I said, it's really easy once you know what you're doing. The syntax is a little weird, but once you get over that, it's fine. So this is what the code looks like. Nothing too fancy here. Just a lot of go-tos and a lot of variables and stuff. But I'm sure you didn't come here to see this. You probably came here to see the gameplay, if you can call it that. Okay, so here we are. This is the command prompt where you would start Epic Quest Text Quest, and so you just push enter, and from here you can load, start a new game, load a game, go to the about screen, or exit. There's actually, I don't remember if this is still in here, but there's actually a hack where if you push 5, it will just automatically load into my user without having to go through all the stuff, but that's just because I was lazy and it was for debug purposes. But anyway, so let's go ahead and look at the about page. So again, this is the about page with my fake company. This was the alpha version 2.0. I think obviously the numbering changed. So yeah, this is based off the computer role-playing game and my fake company. So we'll just go ahead and start a new game. So you put in your username, and I think if you just put in C, it will go back. And then this is the story. It's the same story from the computer version, but okay, good, you can read that. I wasn't sure if you'd be able to read that. So then you just go in and you start off in Falconwood, and so here is like your hub. You can buy a house, but you can't attack any enemies here. This is like your safe area. And a house is basically where you can rest for free, because if I were to go and rest at the inn, it would cost me 10 gold, but it won't let me do that because I don't need to rest right now. So, but if you have 10,000 gold, you can buy a house and rest for free. You can also rest for free even if you don't have enough gold to rest at the inn. You'll just rest a lot slower. Like, it says like you rest under a tree even though you don't have enough gold, and you only heal like 10 health instead of healing to full. So you still can rest if you don't have gold. It just takes longer as an inconvenience. So we're going to go ahead and travel, and we are going to head to somewhere where we can go and fight people. So these are the locations you can go to. The boss fight is not yet coded. Let me show you. So we travel to New Thanadar, and we'll approach the castle. It says, you approach Ethandor Castle, warning, Lord Darksword is inside and he will not be happy to see you. It will be very hard to defeat for lower level players. Are you sure you wish to continue? And if you say yes, it says you decide to push on to Ethandor Castle. You approach slowly. The great gate looms before you. As you come to the gate, you notice a note nailed to the door. It reads, Lord Darksoul is away in other lands. He will return as soon as possible. And so you can't fight the boss right now. His tyranny will have to be brought to an end at a later time. But let's go to Bywater and we will find a pirate to fight. Oh, but you do have your inventory. Right now, all the inventory tells you is your XP or XP to level up and your current level. The leveling is broken right now, so you'll level up like every time you kill something. I haven't went in to fix the algorithm yet, so the leveling up is pretty broken right now. But eventually I was going to make it, or I will make it, so that you can like increase your sword damage and stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and find an enemy to fight. So since we're in Bywater, you encounter a pirate, and so we'll engage him, and basically you can, every round of combat you have a choice to attack or run away, and so this is pretty much the combat. You just go back and forth swinging at the enemy, and like I said, in between each round you have a choice to attack or run away. And as you see on his last turn, he missed, so that was lucky for us. So the combat definitely isn't too engaging, but I don't know, what do you expect for a text game? Like, this is about as good as you can get. So he missed again, and now we should kill him. Yep, he has negative. I need to fix it so that if it's a negative health, it just says 0. But anyway, so the pirate staggers and falls. He is dead. You search his body and find a couple gold. The gold is randomized. The XP is constant depending on the enemy you fight. But as you can see, even though we were supposed to have 100 XP to level up, for some reason we leveled up anyways, even though we only had 10 XP. So now if I go to my inventory, you can see that I'm level 2 with only 10 experience. So I don't know what I did to mess that up, but now I can show you resting at the inn. So if I rest at the inn to restore my health, I say yes. Oh, I forget, when you level up, it heals you for you, duh. But that is pretty much it. I mean, I guess we can go to the house shop and show you that. So let me go back to Falconwood, and we'll say buy a house. And this guy, you can basically say like, why do you want a house, or you can buy a house, but of course we don't have enough money, so it won't let us buy a house. But that's it for the batch version, to be honest. I never got very far with this one, but it's at least playable. Like, you technically could play this. So I'm going to go ahead and hop on over to the Python version, so I will be right back. Let me just quit out of this. Thank you for playing. Alright, so here is the Python version. Obviously the idle editor is a lot nicer than Notepad, so we get syntax highlighting and stuff. But in this one is coded quite a bit differently. So in this one, the player is actually his own class. And I did this so that this way, what I want to do eventually is so that you can fight other accounts that are saved on your computer. So let's say you and your brother are playing, you'll be able to go to some kind of arena and fight the other accounts on your computer with the same stats and everything. So I thought that it would be easier if I just made a player class, so I can set up some of the things like just their name and some of the stuff. And then so this set stats function is what will do that. See, this is used for creating enemy players. Maybe if I implement a dual arena one day, and right now it just says pass because it doesn't do anything right now. And then the enemies in this one are also a class, which is really nice, being able to use classes. I don't think Batch has classes, so it was nice to be able to just make the enemies their own class. So that was very nice. So now it will be a lot easier to make an enemy. You just say what you want their name to be, what you want their level, their max HP, their weapon, and their damage, and then you're done, and it just makes an enemy for you. So here we create a new player. This is where we define the version. This is Python beta version 1.4. And yeah, pretty much everything else is just code. I made a few of my own functions to make things a little easier. But one day I hope to rewrite the engine, because the way it is right now, it's really sloppy. There's a lot of function calls that call other functions and then just sit there until it closes. It's just really bad. So I need to rewrite this eventually, but let's go ahead and run it. Apparently there's an error. That's weird. I don't know why that wasn't closed off. Okay. So I don't have it set to automatically start. So I have to go to, is it just start? Yes, okay. So yeah, it says welcome, and then we hit enter, and sadly everything is at the bottom of the screen. There's nothing I can really do about that because of the way that you have to clear the screen. Like the other game, you can just change the stuff. So if I can go to about and everything. And so here's what the about screen looks like. It's pretty much exactly the same, except it says Python version. And then we can load a game or make a new game, or there's a change log in this one, where I actually keep track of the changes I make in each version. So as you can see, part of the change log is that I added the change log. Yeah, and I fixed the problem because the game would become laggy just because of the way I had it set up. But anyways, so we'll go ahead and create a new character. And as you can see, it's pretty much exactly the same. Some of the options are not yet functional. So like if I try to look around, it doesn't work. Or I think the inventory works. It does. The inventory is almost the same. I don't have a XP to next level thing yet. But yeah. You can still buy a house. I did try to make this one a little more interactive. So like this one, it's like you're actually going to a house shop and talking to someone. So like, why would I want to buy a house? And it's like an actual conversation. So yes, I want to buy a house, but I don't have enough gold. So then it kicks me back to here. Again, I can rest at the inn if I didn't have too much health, or I can travel. So we'll go ahead and travel. We'll go to buy water. Okay, so it crashed when I tried to travel because I forgot to change something. So let me load my game, and then could not find a save file. Wait, what? Okay, apparently there's a lot of bugs I have to work out still, because apparently it's not finding my save file. Okay, so I just made a new save file. For some reason the loading isn't working, which is dumb. Because it should work. I don't know why it isn't working. I swear it was working before. But anyway, so we'll try to travel again. Okay, it worked this time. But so this time I've replaced the find an enemy to fight with wander around. But again, that doesn't work. This version is less fleshed out than the batch version, so you can't do pretty much anything. So, I'm sorry, but that's kind of all I have to show for this one, so I guess we'll just quit. And it kicks you back out to the shell. So that's it for the text versions. Now I will go ahead and hop into the Roblox studio and we can look at the Roblox version. Alright, so here we are in the Roblox version. I showed this in a live stream, but I haven't showed it ever in a video. And technically this is a epic quest, so I will definitely be showing this off here. But basically, this isn't even close to finished. This is more just like a playground for different RPG things I was working on. So let me go ahead and play test it. So here's the story again. It's pretty much the same thing. And then down here you get a bunch of storyline messages, and if you follow the path you'll see storyline messages. Okay, sorry, I zoomed in so we could see better. So you see I have an inventory here. It doesn't work. And then I have some skills. And then there is an interact feature where if I click on different things, I think I made a tutorial about this. You can do the interactions. You can talk. I didn't want to work out a gender, so I just did that, and people can just fill in the blanks. I know it's stupid. I should fix it. Maybe just remove that. But I kind of wanted to show that he was your brother. But anyway, so you do have the run energy. I made this better. It doesn't look this stupid. This is just, I actually put everything else in I'll show you the better place in a minute. This is supposed to be a companion. As you can see, kind of scales funny. But basically, I was going to make this thing like the fairy in Legend of Zelda, where you can click on him and he brings up like a menu with all your options and stuff. So I actually thought that was a pretty cool idea. So it's supposed to be like a little fairy wisp thing that follows you around. This is Tommy. He's just one of the people. He's kind of an idiot. And so he's basically the one that gives you your first quest. So these are the story messages that I was telling you about. This is a statue. So basically you're supposed to come in here and kill these goblins. I don't think they work anymore because I keep getting complaints on my tutorial that these guys don't work anymore, which is sad. But basically, once you kill all of them, you would come talk to this kid, which he kind of looks funny. I don't know why it looks so weird. But when you said, no problem, stay safe, you would teleport back to here, and it was supposed to give you a new checkpoint, but it looks like there was an error. I must have removed the checkpoint script. I actually had a working checkpoint system in this place, so after you helped him, you would respawn over here instead of at the main spawn. Then you were supposed to carry on this way. It gives you more story. You were supposed to get mugged by highway people. And then this kind of tells you what you need to do. And then this guy is the mysterious figure. It looks like one of the story doors broke, so we don't get the rest of the story. But this is the mysterious figure. He is supposed to be both a helper and kind of, you know, mysterious. He's supposed to follow you throughout the game and give you help and tips and stuff. He's supposed to sell you his bow. It looks like that script broke too. I broke a lot of my scripts, so they don't work. But so basically, he's supposed to go throughout the game and show up every once in a while and help you. And at the end, he's supposed to take off his mask and reveal that he's the bad guy. So spoilers if this game ever ends up getting published. But this is the main bad guy, but he's supposed to be like some kind of mysterious guy that ends up helping you along the way, which is kind of counterproductive to him, I know, but I would have worked that out later. You know, he's just kind of one of those like devious bad guys that likes to mess with things. So that's pretty much it for this place. The real cool stuff is in my sandbox, so let me go ahead and hop on over to the sandbox. So this is the RPG sandbox. I'm sinking through the floor right now because my rig is R15 and I have it set up so that this place is supposed to work with R6. But basically, anyways, this is the sandbox. I was playing around with inventories here, quests. The skills doesn't do anything, but if I push the corresponding hotkeys, these menus will pop up. This is like my HUD, So as you can see, the stamina works better now, the mana is non-existent, and then the health looks better. So if I go take damage, hopefully, oh, I guess I got rid of the enemy. But so this is a quest giver. So he says, would you like a quest? And you say yes, and then it's supposed to pop up a, oh, okay, I guess it was messed up because I was messing with it, but it's supposed to pop this up, and this will fill up, and you can get a reward for killing the goblins and stuff. This guy is just a chat thing, like you just talk to him. Say nothing out loud. This is the final, what the main bad guy looks like after he takes off. So this is Mysterious Figure, but when Mysterious Figure reveals himself, that's what he looks like. And then this Mysterious Figure is supposed to give you a sword, which is supposed to go into your inventory, which works. But I could never get the inventory to work 100%. The sword breaks because I'm the wrong Roblox rig. But if I throw the sword, you can see that it's still kind of problematic. It stays in your inventory. It doesn't work anymore, but it still just stays in there. So I have a couple more bugs to work out with the inventory, and it's kind of just inconvenient, like having to come in here and click on it and then close it. So I definitely need to come up with a new inventory system. This is the prison tower. So basically, when you started my tutorial, you were supposed to start in prison like every other RPG in the world. Gosh, I hate this. Let me fix my guy so he's not sinking into the floor like an idiot. Okay, I fixed myself, but I ended up killing myself along the way. For some reason, R15's hip height is higher than R6's, so if you have something that's supposed to be for R6, it's just all screwy, and so it's kind of stupid. So yeah, this is the prison. I actually have a whole coded cutscene for getting out of jail. So let me enable that and show you what that's like. So once I enable the script, it spawns me in here and starts this little cutscene. So you awake and say, where am I? And then the story starts talking, saying like you don't know where you are. Then the lights go out, and then this guy appears when they come back on. In this place it doesn't get that dark, but in the tutorial place that I actually have that isn't this sandbox, it gets really dark. So it actually is kind of creepy when this guy just appears in next to you. So then you're supposed to talk to him, and you are supposed to say, how do I get out of here? And then he will help you escape. And remember, this is the bad guy. He's helping you break out of jail. He's telling you have to go find a docked ship and break out. And then he blows up the cell wall. You're stuck here. I can't move right now, but then he disappears again, and so you can bust out of prison. And that took me quite a while to code. I don't know if I will end up keeping it in the end product, which is kind of sad. But then you are supposed to break out. He was supposed to give you the rusty sword, and you were supposed to kill a guard, and then you're supposed to get on the ship and sail off to the main game. So anyways, but that's pretty much it for the Roblox version. I locked the camera so you can only zoom in and out so far, because I didn't want you to get an unfair advantage being able to zoom out forever. And I didn't want you to be able to go into first person, because that gives you another unfair advantage, but I guess shift lock kind of overrides that anyway. Anyways, I'm just rambling. So let's go ahead and look at the 3D version of Epic Quest and the last version of Epic Quest, and I will hop right into that just a sec. Alright, so here we are in Unity, and like I said, you shouldn't get too excited for this, because this is literally all I have. The circle is your player. It's a third-person game, and when I push play, Basically right now you can control with W, A, S, and D or the arrows. Space makes you jump, although very little. I'm actually thinking about removing the jump feature, to be honest. I don't really see it being a crucial part to gameplay. And then you can zoom in with the camera and zoom out with the camera with the mouse wheel. And then here's the interesting part though. You don't actually control the rotation with your mouse. I don't know if I'm going to keep it this way, but I was thinking this might add a level of complexity to the gameplay. But as it stands right now, you have to push E and Q to rotate the camera. So in order to rotate the camera about, what would this be, like 45 degrees, you have to push a button. And so I was thinking this would actually be a mechanic where you would have to like use multiple buttons to not only position the or position yourself, but also position the way you're facing. So let's say you're going up against an enemy, you would have to do extra button presses to face that enemy to, say, block an attack or something. So I don't know, I might remove it and just do traditional mouse controlled camera, but I'm gonna play around with this once I get a combat system in. And like, this is still very far from a combat system, of course, but because I have to learn how to 3D model. But this is the most recent version of Epic Quest that I have worked on, and hopefully this one will get somewhere eventually. Who knows, I might go back to a 2D RPG if I feel like it. I'm still really considering the isometric, like kind of Legend of Zelda Link to the Past kind of feel to it. I'm really considering that. But anyways guys, that's pretty much it. I think that's everything Epic Quest I have. So I really hope you enjoyed this series. I really enjoyed getting to show off what I've made to you guys. I've been working on Epic Quest for a long time. Probably, let me think, I started when I was 14, so about 7 years now is how long I've been playing around with different versions of Epic Quest and just trying to find one that fits. And hopefully this 3D version will be the one if I ever actually do get back into Unity. I haven't done it for a while, so we'll have to see. But anyways guys, like I said, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, you're a nut. And if you watched to the end, you're definitely insane. But if you did watch to the end, thank you, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.